What is up, baseball fans? Chris Jardine here, a.k.a. Snaggle J, Associate Community Manager. Part of the Park Baseball, back with another edition of our Milwaukee Brewers franchise. We are in September 2nd, 2019 to be exact. For those of you who missed last week's episode, first of all, you can watch the archive here on Twitch by going to the videos page, or you can head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/OTP developments. We keep all of our archived stuff over there, so you can check it out. But for those of you who were here last time, we made a push through the summer. We stood pat with the team that we had. We didn't make any major moves or anything like that. We have been decimated, absolutely decimated by the injury bug. We lost Luis Perdomo earlier in the season to radial nerve decompression surgery. We lost Boone Logan to shoulder inflammation. Vic Caratini has a strained back. And, of course, we lost our giant superstar, Bryce Harper. Fractured his knee 2 weeks ago. So we're having to get through the last 6 weeks of the season sans Bryce Harper. But having said all of that, we are 73-58, 2 games up on the St. Louis Cardinals in the NL Central with a month to go. So we're going to see tonight if we can make it through and get ourselves into the playoffs. Duke fan, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? So you can see we're sitting pretty good. Again, we're almost, I would say we would need a monumental collapse not to finish over 500 at this point. We'll go through the first week here and see what we get. We lost. We won. We made some, I suppose I should have showed up. What's going on, Scott Pence fan? How you doing, man? Thank you. A little bit of, I got the summertime facial hairs going, buddy. So how did we do last week? So we're up to 76-61 now. So we're 3-3. St. Louis has jumped up into a tie. And as you can see, we are in a 3-way tie. So we're tied atop the division. And we're in a 3-way tie for the second wild card. So this is going to be some intense foolishness as we get down to the latter parts of the season. Let's take a look at what do we got here? Disabled list. So we'll take a look. We did make a few call-ups to bolster our depth a little bit. We called up Luis Ortiz. We called up Brent Suter. Tiago Vieira, Austin Allen, and I think that's it. Oh, we also called up Brett Phillips. So, I mean, our guys are doing pretty well, all things considered. Corey Ray's playing really well. Jake Gatewood not really getting it done. Dan Zbanius having a hard time. So let's go. We might have to make some moves here, because I mean, Trent Grisham hit 273. So we got to try. How are we going to get the Grish in the lineup? And then Grisham play first base? No. Does Corey Ray play first base? No. Does Yelich play first base? No. So that's the problem. Is I'd like to find a way to get Trent Grisham in the lineup if we could. I feel like Austin Allen might be the best guy behind the plate. Evan Gattis not getting it done. Dude's batting 173. That's pretty whack. I mean, even Christian Bethancourt's been better. And we don't have Austin Riley in the lineup right now, but I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory as to why we don't. We gave Austin Riley the old try. He does have 15 home runs, but right now we have Jonathan VR in there. Jonathan VR's white hot as of late. So that's good. And we got to move VR up in the lineup a little bit, actually. Let's get him up into like the 5 hole for now. Jake Gatewood not playing really well at first base, but I mean, dude's got 17 at bats. I'm not going to write him off right away. Very impressed with this game. Glad to hear it, man. I'm glad to hear it. I don't know why my camera is so dark. I'm wearing a black shirt tonight, so that's kind of a problem. Really enjoying it. It's good to hear, man. I'm glad. Glad to hear you're enjoying the game, bud. So, yeah, I mean, things are just not well at all, really. Odorizzi's getting crunched. Versus lefty. We got long relief. Long relief. I mean, do we go to a 6-man rotation even? Do we go to a 6-man rotation and then throw Luis Ortiz in there? I mean, that might be, maybe that's the play. Because we were kind of doing a 4-man thing. Or, I mean, at this point, do we take Odorizzi out of the rotation? He's 8-11 with a 6.26 ERA. He's not really doing anything. I mean, we're not striking out anybody right now. Odorizzi not fooling anyone. But, I mean, we could go to a 6-man rotation. We got a deep bullpen right now, so. What's our schedule like this week? We have Philadelphia. Let's see. Schedule. We got St. Louis. We got a big series against St. Louis coming up next week. We have to jump in and play one of those games. TJ will be here, guys, at 9:30 Eastern Time with the continuation of his Los Angeles Angels franchise. To be honest, I haven't really been keeping up with his franchise to see how he's doing. I'm assuming he's doing just absolutely fantastic. Corey Nebel out for 2 weeks. That's not good. He's been our one bright spot, although he's been really bad as of late. So we're gonna move Akiro Miyagi into the closer role for now, because again, Nebel being hurt. So I mean, he's day to day. So we'll leave him in. Snaggle is the GOAT. I was just talking about you. I was wondering. I was pimping you out, saying that you're going to be here at 9:30 doing your thing, and I said, unfortunately, I haven't been able to keep up with your Angels franchise to see how you're doing. So you'll have to catch me up to speed on how you're making out. Because I really haven't been following, unfortunately. All right, so let's go back. Things are kind of falling apart now. Awful, straight awful. That's enlightening. That's not good. All right, so again, solid week. We're still tied, 79 and 64, and still 3-way tied for the second wild card going into the 19-20 offseason. Is there an option to relocate your team? If you have commissioner mode on, you can at any time. I believe if you don't have commissioner mode on, it has to be dynamic, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Maybe that might not be true. Let's edit ballpark, show ballpark in Google Earth. There you go. It's a good time. I can't remember. I think you might have to be in commissioner mode, like, to be able to, like, do it automatically, but that might not be true. I never do it. I never relocate my team unless I'm, doing it. I know you can only do it in the off season as well. All right. So let's go back. So where are we at? We're 79 and 64. We got some big games coming up. Let's go through another week. See how we're making out here. Vic Caratini is back. Let's go. Get the Victor back in the lineup. That's huge. Getting the Victor back is huge. Sorry, Jake Gatewood. I know you were really starting to turn it around. But we got to get that 294 batting average back in the lineup. Going into the 19-20 offseason. Nice. Thinking of relocating Las Vegas Rays. There you go. Actions. Ask bench goes depth chart and lineup. Just bench. No. Okay, and then we'll go lefty. We're getting Vic in there against the lefty too. Right? We're going to put VR at third because Austin Riley not getting it done. All right. Montreal. I mean, how could you not? I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Bryce Harper out 4 months. Man, that sucks so bad. All right, let's finish this week out. We got Vic Caratini back. That's huge. Toronto Blue Jays not yet eliminated from playoff contention, by the way. Even though they're 67-8. Look at that. Orioles, 49-100. Man, that's bad. Oh, no, we're a half game back. No. Let's check the pennant chase, see how people are doing. We look at the standings. The Red Sox have wrapped up the American League East with a 95-54 record currently. The Rays are in second place, 76-73. The Orioles, 49-100. Nobody has locked up the AL Central yet, but it looks like it's going to go to the Indians, who are 11 games up right now. Houston has picked up an AL West crown. And then you have the Angels, the Twins, the Mariners, the Rays, and the Rangers all fighting it out, all within one game. In the NL, the Mets have a 12-game lead over the Braves and the Nationals. The Marlins have been eliminado. The Cardinals have a half-game lead over us right now, which kind of blows. But it is what it is. The Dodgers have a 2-game lead over the Rockies in the West, and you see in the wild card, the Braves currently have the first wild card locked up, and the Nationals have the second wild card, and then we're a half game back. So we're getting there. I mean, things are happening. Things are happening, guys. We're in the hunt, okay? We're starting to fall back, though. It's not good. 2.5 back. Now, see, we're falling apart. 3.5 back. Oh, man, we're falling out of the... We're 4 back in the wild card. No! We've completely fallen on hard times. What kind of contract did you have to give Harper to be a Brewer? It actually wasn't that bad. It was... Well, you can see it right here. $167 million over 7 years. So really, really low ball. I mean, he doesn't make more than 25 a season. This is my favorite part of the season too. The 20-game stretch where you go 5-15. I mean, to be fair, I mean, you know, it's been pretty downhill. It's been pretty downhill since the whole Bryce Harper incident. Playing him like 35. I know. I got him super cheap. Super cheap. That opt-out after year 4 made all the difference. All right, so I mean, right now, again, we're hurting. We're hurting like Tim Burton. 4.5 games back. We've only got, 156. We've only got 6 games left. That's rough. That's not good. So let's go in and take a look at the old scores and schedules. So, I mean, we don't even have that many games left. 6. So we got the Cubs. Cubs for 3 and Cincinnati for 3. Nebel is back. I did see that. Pitching staff. How's Miyagi been pitching, though? You know what? We can't. I'm not even going to consider that right now. We'll move Miyagi back to the setup role. All right. I'm not sure what's going on out there. All right. Please give him the nickname of Mr. Neville or Mr. Miyagi. Oh, yeah, we've been calling him Mr. Miyagi the whole time. He's great. Mr. Miyagi he's awesome. He's had a really good season for us, actually. All right, so we're going to have to play one day at a time. Hope that good things happen. Oh, no, personal message. We must have got beat out. Oh, no, player development update. Luis Ortiz, huge on the upswing. Boone Logan on the down. Carson Fulmer looking up. Bryce Harper, whatever. The Bubba Derby, up. Jake Drosner, up. Phil Bickford, up. Al Pesto moving up. Carlos Luna, Nate Kirby. We got a lot of guys in the minor league system who are doing quite well, which is good. Mr. Miyagi, exactly. Mr. Miyagi is the GOAT. We lost that game, didn't we? No, we can't lose to the Cubs either. Losing to the Cubs is bad. Losing to anybody is bad, but we lost to them again. We're done. It's over. It's over, chat. Oh, we picked up a win. Eliminated. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, well. We tried. We tried hard. We fought valiantly, in my personal opinion. We fought valiantly. I feel like. So now the question is, and I'll put this up, I'll kind of put this up to you guys and see what you guys want to do. No, I don't want to trade for Michael Fulmer. So what would you guys rather I do at this point? Because we have about 40 minutes left in the stream. I can play meaningless regular season finale against Cincinnati. We can play it right out, or we could jump into the offseason. Again, this game against Cincinnati means nothing, literally nothing. Except for the fact that it could determine some draft position, I guess, because we could leapfrog Chicago. But we're eliminated. So, it's whatever you guys want. If anybody has some strong feelings about it. Off-season. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, let's finish today. Let's get out of here. Off-season. I like it. I like where you guys' heads at right now. All right. Yeah, we didn't make the playoffs. I know. NL batting champ, Corey Seager. I still eat all the messages. Start the offseason off fresh. Let's play until... I don't need to see the next playoff round, I guess. What? Oh, in the International League. Let's play till the playoff ends. Yeah, we're going to go through. We'll take a look, Jay Waldick, at our team, how they performed. Luis Perdomo is eligible to come off the DL. That's good. We'll get to the... I like to get to until the playoffs end, and then we'll go through and see how everybody made out. Braves. Oh, my geez. Oh, my God. TJ left at the wrong time. Oh, no, they're going to get swept. Oh, no, the Braves are coming back. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the Atlanta Braves are the 2019 World Series champions. The Atlanta Braves. Wow. That's crazy. Down 2-0, they come all the way back. That is man. So let's go through and we'll take a detailed look at our stats. Some of our leaders. Those are the two teams we're doing franchise with. Coincidence? I think not. So we'll sort by WAR. So our best WAR player, Christian Yelich, he had 112 runs scored, 37 doubles, 28 homers, 94 RBIs, 22 steals, and a 314 average. I mean, that's like MVP type numbers from Christian Yelich. Harper hit 33 homers, 87 RBIs, hit 317, had a 6.3 WAR, 1.061 OPS, which is amazing. Orlando Arcia, 30 home runs, 30 steals. Again, as somebody said earlier, as TJ leaves with the Snaggle champs in the chat, attaboy. Arcia with the 30-30. So that's two really good years. He had 17 homers last year for us in kind of a power breakout. And then 34 homers this year, 94 RBIs, 30 steals. What an amazing season for Orlando Arcia. Lorenzo Cain, pretty good season, 291, 12 homers, 49 RBIs, 30 steals as well. Vic Caratini hit 286, 16 homers, 78 RBIs. Dan Zbanius, not great batting average, 2.47, but he did hit 14 homers. He drove in 87, and he had 26 steals. Jonathan Villar, 1 homer shy of going 2020, 19 homers, 64 RBIs, 21 steals. Did get caught 12 times. Hit 263, kind of a good season for VR. I mean, we kind of wrote him off as, maybe not being a good fit for our team, but I think he played pretty well. Let's see. Who else do we have? Austin Riley, really bad. I mean, this 110 to 26K to walk ratio, not great. 233 average, not great, but he did show flashes of power again. 18 bombs, 48 RBIs. Keon Broxton hit 12 home runs in only 215 at bats. Corey Ray with a short cup of coffee in September. We brought him up to replace Bryce Harper after Bryce Harper got hurt. Hit 284, 4 homers, 19 ribbies. 25 to 14K to walk ratio, very impressive. Any other notables? Austin Allen hit 10 home runs for us. It's pretty good there. Let's go to pitching leaders. No, we don't want pitching leaders. We want pitching stats. Let's go here. Pitching stats. Leafs up 2-1 at the end of the second. I see that. Where is the Caps game not on or what? Caps game must be in the intermission because I haven't seen it on in a while. All right. Having a look at our pitching staff. Look at that. Mr. Miyagi appears in 104 games. 104 games for Mr. Miyagi. 104 innings pitched, 128 strikeouts, and only 34 walks. An amazing season for a guy who's technically a rookie, Mr. Miyagi. Akiro Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, why isn't it? I can't seem to find it on. It doesn't seem to be coming up on my TV anywhere, which is concerning right now. Which is fine. I mean, everything's fine, but it's not fine at the same time. You know what I mean? Whatever. All good. Who's our wins leader? We had Teheran had a nice season for us, 14-9. But again, our starting pitching is something we're really going to have to address. in the offseason because it's a bit insane. So let's see. We have Zach Davies is eligible. He's going to want more than that, I'm sure. 1.75, right? That's 1.75. Okay. Luis Perdomo is probably going to want 1.25. Jacob Barnes. Corey Nebel is going to be interesting for us. Again, I mean, he really tailed off towards the end of the season. And again, he's looking at a substantial raise. For a guy who had a 3.58 ERA, he might be someone who we try to trade. Arcia is going to get a big raise in his first year of arbitration. Jonathan VR, hopefully he doesn't get much above that $11 million. So we have some guys down here who are qualifying offer eligible. We are not going to be qualifying any of these guys. I mean, Boone Logan was really good, but he's not $15 million good. And we're not paying $50 million for Odorizzi, and we're not paying $50 million for Eric Sogard. So it'll be interesting to see how we make it out there. Let's go take a look at our mail. So the next year in the contract of Teheran is an option for $12 million. I feel like that Teheran option for $12 million is not bad. Move Neville, use Miyagi as your closer. Yeah, that's probably going to be the play. So we have a $12 million option on Teheran. Again, 14-9, but he did have a 5.04 ERA, which is not ideal. I mean, he ate up 180 innings. Pretty good K to walk ratio. Not terrible, but not great. 310. So he's a bit unlucky with the BIP. So, I mean, again, for $12 million, $12 million will keep him hanging around. $12 million for 14 wins is not an unreasonable, thing to pick up. Patrick Corbin. We have a $4 million option for Patrick Corbin. This one is an absolute no-brainer. I mean, he won 10 games. He had a 4.47, so $4 million for that option, piece of cake. Jeremy Jeffress has an option for $4.3 million. I mean, we have a lot of bullpen depth. It's not that Jeffress was bad. I mean, the exact opposite. He was really good. He was 5-0, 3.16 ERA, 85 innings, 76K. A lot of walks, though. But we're going to void his contract because it's just not working out. So, a review of our season goals. We didn't win it all this year, but we should be happy about 10 games over 500. See a marked improvement in defensive efficiency, but he was not as good as he hoped for. We got Miyagi. We also got Bryce Harper, but because Bryce Harper was hurt, he doesn't count for the goal. We increased our attendance, so long term. So he's delighted. So confidence going forward, winning season, improve your starting team, pitching ERA, increase the attendance again, keep building, re-sign Eric Sogard. That's not happening. New budget. You'll have around $150 million available. Given your current spending, this should allow you to... That's not so bad. We've got that's a sizable bump. And my contract's been extended. Yeah! $750,000 per year for the Snagler. Can I get that in cash? Just cash, please. Personnel leaving. We're losing Derek Johnson and Darnell Coles. Dan Duquette released. Joe Madden gets the axe. Damn. So let's go personnel. So we do let our the AI do the minor league stuff. Mitch Williams still hanging around. Love it. Wayne Kirby down there. Milt Kyler's still hanging around down there too. Kent Merker is the pitching coach in Double-A. Sick. Loving it. So we do need a new pitching coach. For occupation pitching coach. Let's see what we got. Who might be looking for some pitching coach action? Psycho Steve Lyons. Charlie Huff. Let's get Charlie Huff in there. Brad Arnsberg is a good pitching coach. Finesse. What does he focus on? Finesse. General, he's done satisfactory works and prefers to work with finesse pitchers, which makes sense. We got Charlie Huff. He's 71. Solid, albeit unspectacular. He can be effective with different types. That's good. So he's kind of effective in a neutral kind of way. Unproven. We go with unproven guy. Brand new. Never been a pitching coach before. No experience at all. I've seen a 31-year-old kid in there. Sign him. Better at working with younger players than veterans. Okay, now you've got my interest. Because that's kind of where we're at right now. And we need a hitting coach. Chili Davis. The Chillster. That's who we need. It's not about the hitting coach we want. It's about the hitting coach we need. He's had a bit of experience. He was the hitting coach for the last 2 years for the Cubs. Got canned with Joe Madden, obviously. Gene Tennis. Oh, man. No. All right. That takes care of that. All right. All right. Let's we'll go up to when the end of the awards are. We'll review the awards real quick. Received a message personnel. Do I want to trade for Aaron Nola? No, I don't. Don't ever offer me Aaron Nola again. Because the answer is going to be no. Trade proposal from San Francisco. They want to send me Dallas Keuchel for Christian Yelich. Get out of here. Foolish trades. You crazy? You just signed Keuchel to one of them big fat extensions. J.D. Davis for Corey Ray. Who's J.D. Davis? Third baseman. Let's see. What did he do last year? In AAA, he had no homers. Oh, this guy's a winner. No. I mean, we're not trading Corey Ray. I'm liking Corey Ray right now. You know? I'm liking where Corey Ray's head's at. I'm just liking his entire demeanor. Corey Ray has a bright future. I mean, we're going to have, the thing is right now is we're kind of in a very enviable position because we have a lot of young players who got some very serious playing time last year. Some of them performed really well, and some of them were absolutely atrocious. Hey, Chili Davis. Chili Davis is our man. Let's go. We got Chili Davis as the hitting coach, so that's good. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how we shape our roster going forward. Interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. All right, we get Steve Lyons, so that's good. So we got to get through 2 more days. And we'll review all of the awards for 2019. What? Patrick Mzalik. What? For Crowell and Corey Ray. Are you crazy? No. All right, so let's go down here. So the AL Gold Gloves, you see them on the screen there. Some interesting. Seattle pulls down a couple. Justin Smoke with a Gold Glove. What kind of crack is this game on? NL Gold Gloves, none of them are us. Urban Santana, Tucker Barnhart, Brandon Belt, Ozzie Albies, Nolan Arenado, Brandon Crawford, Ronald Acuna, I guess. Manny Margot, Charlie Blackmon. Best AL reliever is Andrew Miller. Wow. He waited out all offseason and then signed a one-year deal with Boston. 7-3 with 31 saves and a 1.49 ERA. Yeah, that'll get it done. Crazy. 78 innings of work. 121 strikeouts in 78 innings. Insane. Best NL reliever is Akil Morris. Goes 7-2 with 38 saves and a 1.25 ERA. Akil Morris. With the best reliever in the NL. Holy moly. What a season. 120 strikeouts in 79 innings. Insane. There you see the AL Platinum Sticks. Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, JD Martinez, Frankie Lindor. Some really big names on there. Platinum Stick winners in the NL. Chase Anderson for a pitcher. Posey, Paul Goldschmidt, LeMahieu, Chris Bryant, Corey Seager, Christian Yelich. Picks one up for the Milwaukee Brewers in left field. Tommy Pham, Charlie Blackmon. Not bad. Dan Vogelbach wins American League Rookie of the Year. Hit .313. 41 home runs. Geez, 41 home runs, 125 RBIs. He's probably in the MVP conversation. Had all 30 first place votes in a unanimous Rookie of the Year. Crazy. Unanimous Rookie of the Year for Dan Vogelbach. I'm a big fan. NL's best rookie is Greg Allen of Arizona. Allen hit .313, 2 homers, 34 RBIs. Not bad. Scott Kingery in there, Jack Flaherty. Some good rookies this year. AJ Hinch of the Astros, American League Manager of the Year, National League Manager of the Year. Brian Snitker for Atlanta, 93 wins. And they won a World Series. James Paxton wins the American League Cy Young. Big Maple, who went 12-9 with a 3.03 ERA, so nothing sexy, but Big Maple with 19 first-place votes picks up the American League Cy Young, followed by a duo of relievers, Andrew Miller and Dellin Betances. Jose Barrios, Carlos Carrasco, Lance McCullers, Alex Colomé, Zach Britton, Ken Giles, and Garrett Cole also got votes. National League Cy Young goes to Thor. Picks up all 30 first-place votes as he goes 20-6 with 243 strikeouts in 205 innings, a 1.88 ERA, and opponents hit 183 against him. Aaron Nola, Carlos Martinez, Clayton Kershaw, Steven Matz, Akil Morris, Max Scherzer, they tried. But all 30 first-place votes go to Syndergaard in a unanimous win. Rafael Devers wins the American League MVP in what was a wild race. 6 different players got first-place votes. Devers got 11, Trout got 8, Ramirez got 3, Judge got 4, Frankie Lindor got 1, Joey Gallo got 3. So wild in the American League. But I mean, Devers had 40 home runs, 321 average, 149 RBIs. I mean, very, very, very deserving. And then Thor wins the NL MVP with 21 first place votes. Bryce Harper got a little bit of love. Kristen Yelich got a little bit of love as well, but they're way down the list. But yeah, so Thor with a massive season wins the NL MVP. Vogelbach did make that MVP list like you suggested. Did he? He was down there a bit, eh? 84 points. I thought maybe he would be better than that. I mean, he had more home runs than the guy who won the MVP. But I don't know what that is. He was really good. Vogelbach, that's kind of surprising. All right. So where are we at here? So salary arbitration is tomorrow, right? All right, let's go see how we make out. My guess is not good. My guess is we're going to be poor after salary arbitration. Yeah, I've received all kinds of personal messages, I'm sure. So let's see. So Swanson gets $850,000, which is us. Perdomo gets 1.1, which was us. Jacob Barnes, $850,000, which is us. Corey Nebel gets $8.125 million, which pretty much guarantees that his caboose is getting traded out of town. That's insane. Josh Hader gets $800,000. Broxton gets $900,000. Orlando Arcia is going to get $3.6 million, which we did win, so that's good. He was asking for 4.5, so that $900,000 could come in handy. We won against VR as well. VR asked for $13.75 million. We gave him 11, and we win that one. Again, VR could be a candidate to be traded. I mean, it's going to be tough. Like, so we look at our, let's see what the best way to look at this right now. Maybe we'll go this way. No, we'll just go players. Yeah, here we go. So in our active roster, and then we're going to filter out pitchers. So, I mean, if we look at our pitching, and this is just what we have at the major league level. So, I mean, we could go, all players in roster, I guess. We could go like default, and then go like this. So, I mean, Neville's cold. So, I mean, we've got Miyagi and we've got Cody Carroll. So, we've got three huge arms in the bullpen. Miyagi's locked in for another 3 years at $3.5 million. Pitched very, 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 very well for us. So, I mean, again, in the grand scheme of things, Corey Nebel absolutely is getting traded. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to trade him. I mean, most of those guys are in the big leagues. We've got a bit of a log jam at starter with Corbin, Davies, Fulmer, Odorizzi, Ortiz, Perdomo, and Teheran. But I mean, we're definitely going to be we're going to be spending some money in starting pitcher upgrades. That is an absolute for sure. But our bullpen's in really good shape, and we've got a lot of good quality guys. Again, with Miyagi, we've got Cody Carroll. But yeah, I think Corey Neville, unfortunately for him, is going to get. He's going to get the old heave ho off the Brew Crew. Unfortunately for him, I think it makes the most sense for us to try and move him for another asset, preferably a starting pitcher. Preferably someone who makes less. Aaron Sanchez. Interesting. Aaron Sanchez gets offered up. 27 years old. He's got 5 years left, and on a pretty affordable contract. So it'll be interesting to see. That could be a direction we might go early on here. Eovaldi. Get Jake Rue. Look at Herman Marquez. Marquez isn't. That's an interesting. It's an interesting option. Was he hurt this year? He only pitched 6 games. He must have been hurt. He must have been hurt. But he had a really good 2018. German Marquez, only 24 years old, still controllable. Wow. That could be a gooder. Marcos Molina. Keon Aquila. All right, let's go back up here. Where were we? Yeah, I don't hate this trade. I don't hate this trade. I mean, we got German Marquez, who really would help us out with our starting rotation. I mean, German Marquez has, number 2 types potential. He's got very good curveball cutter. He's got good pitch mix, good stamina. Throws 94 to 96. Fields his position, not great, but he's pretty good there. The OSA ratings are not as high on him, so our scout is a little bit higher on him. I wonder why that is. Where's the difference coming from? Our scout gives him a little bit less in control, but our scout has him with a higher potential. Huh. So who else do they have that we could pilfer off their roster? What's Ryan McMahon doing? Oh, he's out for ever. I mean, like I said, and the thing with Marquez is his contract is very, very favorable. I mean, we've got, 3 years of team control left? So, not bad. Not bad at all. I feel like that could be a good thing for us. I wonder if we could get another starting pitcher in there. I like that. Get a couple of good pitchers. I mean, I don't really need Senzatella, but 24-year-old starting pitchers are, I mean, I could take him out. And that's not bad. Garrett Hampson. Throw McMahon in there too, or is he hurt? Yeah, he's hurt for longer than 7 days. Yeah, I didn't think they would do that. Okay. So we have Marquez. I don't hate that. Let's go see what they got for prospects. See if we can get a young guy in here with this. That's not quite enough. Please add more. I mean, I don't want to give up too much. No, never mind. Eddie Osni Diaz. Okay, that works. So we'll pick up a couple of shortstop prospects, one of which is Garrett Hampson, who played the entire season with Colorado, had 4 homers, 62 RBIs, 289, 25 steals. So he'll give us another solid bat off of the bench and gives us some more flexibility. We'll also get German Marquez and Eddie Osni Diaz. We'll finally give Keston Hiura his opportunity to go play elsewhere. He's been pretty good. Oh, man. I just don't think he's going to hit for enough power to be an everyday first baseman. And the thing is, he projects better as a second baseman, which is not really. We're doing this. There we go. All right, good. I mean, obviously the fans are upset that we let Corey Nebel go, but it's for the best of the team, I think. We have a little more money available now to do things with. I mean, if we look here, salaries, and we've got some guys on the books. I mean, Harper's on the books for 20 mil. Kane's on the books for 14. Teheran's on the books for 11. VR's on the books for 11. Yelich is there. Boone Logan's there for 4.1. RCS. I mean, if we look right now, lineups and depth chart. Let's look at our graphical depth chart. So, I mean, obviously Bryce Harper is going to slot in here. So, I mean, it's interesting. Like, we could look to do some things here. You know, we could look at moving Lorenzo Cain. If we really want to try and find an everyday spot for Corey Ray. I mean, again, small sample size, right? 95 plate appearances, 81 at bats, but 4 homers, 19 RBIs, 284, not bad. And I mean, we're paying Lorenzo Cain $14 million, and you know, we're paying him, you know, $60+ million over the next 4 years. Something to consider. You know, we look around the infield again. We got VR. Do we want to go, you know, the Austin Riley route? I think that kind of backfired in our face. And I think VR really turned it around, you know, once we put him back on regular ABs. VR looked really good. You know, and again, 19 homers, 64 RBIs. So another productive season, 263 average. And he did all that in only 434 at bats. What are we going to do at first base? We're going to give Vic another run. He definitely tailed off last year, but 91 Ks to 73 walks, really well, really good. 286 average. Power's starting to come up a little bit. He had 16 bombs. I mean, we got RC is going to be at second for life. 34 home runs and 94 RBIs from a second baseman. Holy moly. That's insane. So RC is going to be kicking around. We got Dan Zbanius is going to be at short. So, I mean, our infield is pretty set right now. We got to decide what we're going to do behind the plate. You know, we gave Austin Allen a chance. We gave Evan Gattis a chance. We gave Christian Bethancourt a chance. None of them really worked out. Unfortunately, none of them really worked out the way we wanted to. Guys, I'm sorry. I feel like we're dropping frames like crazy right now. Which is not good. I'm not sure why. Not sure why, but I feel like we're dropping frames like absolute crazy, and I do apologize if the stream quality is suffering because of it. But we'll see how that works out. It looks pretty good on the Twitch end, so all right. So I mean, we got to decide what we're going to do behind the plate. We have lots of internal options, but our biggest thing is what are we going to do in the outfield? I mean, we have an absolute ton of outfielders. Like it's crazy what we have for outfielder. Like this is just the outfielders that we have on the roster right now. You know, Yelich, Kane, Ray, Grisham, Broxton. I mean, Broxton had 12 home runs. You know, like we have a lot of guys that we could look at and directions that we could possibly go. And I feel like that Lorenzo Cain $14 million could very, 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 very easily be spent elsewhere. Especially, you know, on some big name starting pitchers, i.e. Chris Sale. Yeah, Gwynby, that's what we were saying. Corey Ray was really good. 4 homers, 19 RBIs. He was productive. And then again, and the thing you look at too is when you have Harper and Yelich in the lineup, You know, the pressure on Corey Ray would be insignificant. And again, if we could go out and we could pick up somebody like Chris Sale. So let's finish today. So in just a handful of minutes, guys, TJ will be here. TJ will be here with the continuation of his Angels franchise. Apparently, things are not going well. So TJ has been telling me. So I mean, Chris Sale, there's Chris Sale there. Like what right off the bat, what does Chris Sale want? $26 million a year for 6 years. He's coming off a bad season. Tokiyoto Murakami. Wow. Okay. Got you. I got you. So I mean, lots of good guys, lots of closers again. I don't know who this Takedo Murakami guy is, but I like him. Coming over from Japan. Okay. Coming over from Japan. They got him pegged with 70 contacts, 70 power, 65 home run power. What? Do they not show his... does he not show his any other of his other stats? It's terrible. And no compensation required. And you got Chris Sale down here. Again, Chris Sale coming off a bad year. Not great. But, I mean, the thing is for us is if we want to go after someone like that, we're going to have to find the money. Because right now we don't have it. We don't have the money for Chris Sale right now. We're going to have to take a long, hard look at our salaries. I really, really think there might be some value in getting rid of Lorenzo Cain. Again, we know that two things that we'd like to accomplish. Well, there's three things, one of which we already accomplished. But three things we really need to accomplish in this offseason is we need to sort out our outfield situation going forward. Right now, we have way too many bodies and not enough playing time. And we know Yelich and Harper are going to be in the lineup every day. So we really got to figure out what we're going to do there in terms of the third man. Are we going to bring out Hulk Hogan and turn Hulk Hogan heel as the third man in the Brewers NWO outfield? Who knows? Second thing we need to do, we need that big ace starting pitcher. We don't have one. We did not have one all year. It hurt us down the stretch because we didn't have that guy that we could put out there to stop a losing skid. We tried the approach with the rotation made up of average Joes. It worked out until the last month of the season, and then it didn't work anymore. And then the third thing we need to do is we need to figure out what we're going to do behind the plate. We have some options at catcher. We have a lot of options at catcher. We have Gaddis. We have Austin Allen. We have Mario Feliciano. We have Christian Bethancourt. So we're going to have to decide what we're going to do behind the plate. So those are our three big question marks. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for me on tonight's stream. Thank you guys for coming by and checking out our Milwaukee Brewers franchise. As always, guys, make sure you guys follow us all around the interwebs. Head over to twitter.com/OTPBaseball. Give us a follow over there. Head over to facebook.com/OTPBaseball. Fire us one of those big thumbs up likies. If you want to catch all of the archives from our streams and some other cool stuff, make sure you check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/OTPDevelopments. You can check out the archives for OTP baseball streams, franchise hockey manager streams. We post trailers, walkthroughs, things like that. So make sure you guys go check it out over there. As always, guys, you can pick up your very own copy of Out of the Park Baseball 19. Head over to OTPDevelopments.com. Find it on Steam. Find it on EA's Origin platform as well. As always, I am Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, Associate Community Manager for Out of the Park Baseball. Until next time, keep swinging for the fences. Have a great week, folks, and enjoy TJ's stream.